Welcome everyone. Welcome to our COMEUP 2023 Global Community. This is Dan Kim, your host for COMEUP 2023 Global Community. Kicking off today's event is the session German Accelerator Startup Showcase by Start2 Group. If you're ready to meet the German startup right now, let me introduce Marta Alina, country representative of Start2 Group. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Come here. I know the Emirates booth is very interesting. I know Saudi is very interesting, but we have something even more amazing for you today. So come and join us. Grab a seat here because we have a great pitching event just for you. Amazing German startups that come to rock and roll the Korean startup scene. Come here. Come join us. So, yay! So first and foremost, I want to introduce and welcome to the stage my fellow partner in crime from ex-German entrepreneurship, now Start2 Group, to come here onto the stage. Mabel, the stage is yours once I figure out how to use the clicker. Yay, let's give her a round of applause. Woo! The green button.
Good morning. My name is Mabel. I'm a program director for Asia programs from Start2 Group, formerly known as German Entrepreneurship. And let me just play a short video. Okay, it doesn't work. That's fine. All right. So, all right. So what you just saw is a really short preview of who we are. So let me just go into it. Basically, what we do in a nutshell is to scale startups beyond borders. Okay, let me just go into the slides. In terms of presence, so we're here in Korea. Marta is our country representative. We also have Ji-hyun here, our program manager, and I'm from Singapore. That's our head office for Asia. We are present within Asia, also Japan, Korea, China, and India. And we started in Germany about 16 years ago, supporting startups to go outside of Germany, to the US and also to Asia. So in US, we are in North America, also South America. Now that we've established the network and support in these countries, we are also supporting more and more non-German startups. So if any of the startups here are interested to expand to the markets where we are present, please come talk to us, and we are over there. What we do, so we incubate, we support startups with fundraising, assessing the different markets, validating their product market fit. We have a strong network of partners, also mentors. So globally, we have more than 500 mentors who are industry experts that support startups with assessing the different markets. Apart from startups, we also work a lot with governments. So our biggest client is the German government, but not just that, also Singaporean government as well as Korean government. And also corporations. So in Germany, primarily, we work with BMW and Siemens, for instance, in supporting their employees to learn about innovation methodologies, coming up with new ideas, how to validate them, and scale also their products to the different markets where they are present. And these are some of our clients. In terms of impact, so over the last 16 years, we have supported more than 1,600 startups in expanding overseas. On a yearly basis, we also support more than 1,500 people from corporates in getting trained on how to validate their ideas and develop MVPs. We have more than 80 clients, and 10 of them are DAX listed. And essentially what we do is in supercharging startups. So you see a lot of arrows behind me from Germany to the different markets. But more and more, we are also supporting startups to go to the markets where we are present, so outside of Germany, and hence the rebranding to Start2 Group. So just very briefly, we have more than 1,100 alumni companies that are in our two programs, German Accelerator and Accelerator. And later on, you'll hear from 5 German startups who are part of the German Accelerator program. And what we offer in these programs, largely it's customized mentoring. So depending on the needs of the startups, which industries you're from, what type of companies you'd like to connect to, we connect you guys with the relevant mentors. And we have an extensive network of partners, and as I mentioned, 500 mentors. And through the network of the mentors, you can get better reach also to your potential customers. Also, we provide individual support. So in all the markets where we are present, we have people on the ground that can support you, and also benefit partners. So for instance, AWS is one of our benefit partners. They provide discounted services and credits to startups that are in our programs. So Accelerator is the program that we have run in supporting Korean startups to expand to Singapore, also to US, and also to Germany. So that we have, in the last 2 years, supported more than 40 Korean startups in 4 different markets. So we work with local accelerators as well, like CNT Tech, MISC, Mars Accelerator, and then supporting these Korean startups to get access to the markets where we are present. And in terms of German Accelerator, so that's the program we started with 11 years ago with funding from the German government, supporting German startups to these markets on the map behind me. And of course, we can't do this alone, so a lot of these support are also provided by our partners, our strong network of mentors, and these are just some of the companies. Since 2020, we started supporting startups coming into Korea. So if anyone is interested also to get in touch with German startups, please come and talk to us. And these are just some of the startups. And today, these are the 5 who will be pitching today. So thank you very much for joining us. And I think that worked out. Martha, and yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. So yeah, are you ready, everybody? Are you ready? I can't hear you. Are you ready? Yes. So we have 5 amazing startups here today with us. Assemblio, Assist Me, Benefish, PL Bioscience, and Conta, who are going to tell you all about their great, great solutions that are really disrupting their respective markets. We start off with the one and only Assemblio. Let's welcome Alex to the stage.
We'll click where I'm clicking.
The green one.
The green one. Hi guys, welcome. My name is Alex and I'm from Germany. And I have to show you something. You can see here that's a €2 million Porsche. And there's a fun fact about Porsche because there is a German speaking on it here, and I will translate it to you. It means it looked right in the CAD system. Porsche is writing that slogan on every single show car in the whole world. Do you know why? Because it's really hard to develop, to design a car. But afterwards, someone else has to assemble that car, and nothing fits. And the German engineers always say, yeah, it's not my fault. It was right in the CAD system. But the problem is, a CAD system is a design system and not a planning system. There is no planning system until now. And we are Assemblio. We developed the first intelligent assembly planning system in the whole world and changed the product development process. Okay, why do we need assembly planning? In my past years, I was an engineer at Mercedes-AMG and afterwards at Recaro. And I was the production planner. Therefore, I made a design, for example, for a car seat in a CAD system. And then I had to do an assembly plan for the production. That means I have to figure out how to assemble it, in which direction should it be, do with humans out or with robots, and so on. And there is a special tool we used for that on Mercedes-AMG, and that was Word. We used Microsoft Word to document everything about the engineering. And based on that, it took us 3 months to plan the assembly for a single car seat. And that's actually how we do it since 30 years. These are some of our first customers. We started last year with all the same problems because the documentation, the validation of a product is always done in Microsoft Word. So, what are we doing different now? We developed an AI. The AI is analyzing the 3D model, figure out how to assemble it, from which direction, and so on. And then we pass it on to the humans, and the humans can validate the assembly. How does it look? Here you can see, here is a motor, for example, one-cylinder motor, and you can see everything is animated. The system is showing the people that's how you could assemble it from that direction. I'm an engineer. Yeah, that sounds good. I would do it the same. And then there is the housing, and suddenly, oh no, there is a mistake. I want to change something. So I change it by drag and dropping the processes. And suddenly, I changed all the documents, all the documentation in the whole system. It will generate me automatically assembly assistance systems, like IKEA instructions, videos, and so on, fully automatically. And the best things, it really works. We validated it with several parts. For example, in the early days before Assemblio, if you had to plan the assembly for a simple product, for example, this robot here with 60 parts, it took you up to 1 day to plan the assembly. With Assemblio, it will take you just 30 minutes now. If you have even more complicated parts, for example, we have now 800 parts. Before Assemblio, it took you 2 to 3 weeks to plan the assembly. Right now, you can do it with Assemblio in less than 3 hours. And that's the thing. If you have a complicated assembly, if you have to plan your assembly, we're happy to help you out with that. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to Alex for disrupting the manufacturing industry. Let's give him another round of applause. Yes. Next on, once the clicker comes back to me. Thank you. Oh, a lot of things happening here. Sorry. Next on the stage is somebody from a completely different industry, but also very important, especially here in Korea where we have the aging society and decreasing birth rate. Welcome to the stage, Giulio from Assist Me.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you very much. I'm very excited to present you a little bit, or showing you a little bit what we're doing at Assist Me. And we're developing digital assistance system for elderly care. And when you take a closer look into the current landscape of elderly care, you see that you have a lot of chronic diseases, especially in care homes or care home facilities. So 80% of the people in care homes suffer from incontinence. 50% of the people falls once a year, and also nearly 50% have a bed sores risk, and 2/3 have even dementia. And that problem is actually growing significantly over the next couple of years. We see that 2022 or 2023 in Germany, for example, we have 200,000 missing caregivers, and 2030 we have 500,000. And this is in the next couple of decades, it's getting more and more difficult. And what I have understood is that it's pretty similar also in the Korean or in the Japanese healthcare system, that you have a growing aging population and having also at the same time missing caregivers. And we as Assist Me trying to develop a solution to relieve caregivers and to make better care. And by doing that, we have actually developed a smart diaper solution to give real-time notifications to caregivers when they have to change, for example, the diaper, when the person has fell down, whether it's necessary to reposition the person to avoid a bed sores, or also when the person suffers from dementia, that the person is able to detect where the person is at the moment. And in Germany, we have conducted a pretty extensive study. We have received nearly $500,000 from the health insurances in Germany to prove the effectiveness and the efficacy of this kind of solutions in a randomized controlled trial. That means that we went into 6 different care homes. We compared, so to say, in a control group and an experimental group, how good is the solution. And there we can actually see that we can improve the working processes of caregivers. So we reduce actually the stress of caregivers, we enable a better care, we can increase the sleeping quality of care recipients, we can also increase the quality of life, And in addition, we reduce significantly the amount of diapers. This looks in the first place a little bit contradictory, but when you make target-oriented care, you change also diapers, or you go to the person when it's needed. And that's also a very big environmental aspect, because in an average care home, you spend around about 60,000 diapers in a year. And with our solution, you can reduce it by over 20%. So right now, we're partnering with one of the biggest diaper manufacturers in Europe to bring that solution on scale. They have access to 7,000 care homes only in Europe. And we're making now millions of smart diapers. And I'm very excited to be here now in Korea to show a little bit, or to understand and to see a little bit how this market here is functioning. And if anyone here of you is interested in getting in touch with me, please feel free to reach out. We, as Assist Me, looking forward to get in touch with you. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. So you may think diapers, I don't need them, but believe me, very soon you and I will need them as we grow older. So this is certainly something that I would want to have around when I get to my 80s, 90s. Next on is another very important resource, another very important thing for our life, and that's Denise and her betta fish. Let's give her a round of applause.
Hello everyone, I'm Dennis. I'm the founder and CEO of Betta Fish, and we are creating the future of seafood. 70% of our planet is actually covered by the oceans. I always find this super astonishing because most of the food we consume comes from land, and we actually managed to destroy a big part of the 70% of the oceans during the past decades due to unsustainable fishing, increasing like overfishing, increasing the loss of biodiversity, and also putting 700 million households at risk of losing their income source. So what is the solution to all of this? Our solution is seaweed. Now you might be asking, who is this German girl telling us about seaweed here in Korea? Because Korea is one of the largest exporters of seaweed, and obviously you have hundreds of years of culture eating seaweed and making it great. You already know that it has plenty of health benefits, that it counters acidification if you cultivate it in the oceans, and that it actually is an alternative income for fishing communities. What I found even more interesting is that it's a so-called zero-input crop, meaning it does not require fresh water, land, fertilizers, or pesticides to grow, which are really important to everything that's on land, but we don't have enough of. So, my question is, are you ready for a seaweed revolution and growing this industry even further? What does it take to do that? We are creating the next generation of seaweed-based foods. And our first flagship product is actually a canned tuna. So replacing an animal from the oceans with plants from the oceans instead of relying on wheat and soy all over again. So how do we do this? Instead of just taking the seaweed out of the ocean and drying it like it's done in the most cases, we actually develop sophisticated methods, processing methods, to turn the thousands of seaweed species into valuable ingredients that are scalable for the food industry and have an added value to all these different products. Flavor profiles, nutritional profiles, functional value for the different products. Actually brought some vegan tuna for you to try. You will be able to try it after the pitch. But let me tell you a little bit about how we managed to bring this to the market. So these are just a few applications that we've developed with our gastronomy partners. And as you can see, you can replace it just one by one like real tuna. You can put it in your tuna kimbap, in your tuna melt, and on a tuna pizza, which is a weird thing in Germany. I don't know why. So what's really important here is that we don't add any additives, methylcellulose, all the crap, I'm sorry to say, that people put into these plant-based alternatives already today. And we said we don't want to recreate the same problem we already have. So let's stick to natural-based, nature-based, ocean-based foods. We launched about 2 years ago in Germany, and here's just a list of few of our partners so far. The products are available around 8 countries already. And what's really important to us is that regenerative, sustainable foods need to be affordable for everyone, meaning our products are available at discounters like Aldi, but also at super high quality partners like Japan Airlines, who are serving our tuna on flights from Tokyo to London and back. Why are we here? I mean, Korea just announced a huge alternative protein strategy, which is amazing. And obviously, you are the experts in seaweed. So we want to partner with the Korean industry and increase the amount of cultivated seaweed even more and bring it really to every food there is. Alternative seafood is just the start for us. Just a few impact numbers to finish off with. We already were able to replace 130 tons of actual tuna. And what you might not know is that with every kilo of tuna fished, you already also fish over another kilo of bycatch. So it's a really destructive fishing habit that needs to stop. But how do we make it stop? By serving alternative, delicious foods that are priced at a fair level. This is our team. We're a team of 17 dedicated seaweed enthusiasts and a few of our impact investors so far. And yeah, the ocean is too big to ignore.
Indeed, it's too big to ignore, and it's a very valuable research that we have to take care of. There is another valuable research that we have to take care of, and that's what Jong-soo from PL Bioscience is going to tell us about. Welcome, Jong-soo, to the stage with a round of applause.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jong-soo. I'm working in PL Bioscience, a German company, and working as a vice president of the company. Today, I want to talk about one natural resource, which I think is really important. When you think of natural resource, you may think of something like, no. The slide is a little bit different. Well, when you think of some natural resources, we think of something like wood or coal or petroleum. But if somebody asks me what is the most important and precious material that we have, I would say human blood is one of it. First of all, we cannot chemically synthesize it. We are fully depending on the donation of the people for getting it, and it's life-saving. But the problem with this blood is that it has very short expiry date. Normally, when you donate your blood, it can only stay for 40 days. However, well it is kept, it should be trashed after 40 days, which gives a lot of trash of the blood. So these are all the articles talking about how much bloods are wasted, even though we donate them. So in a study in 2021, surprisingly, almost like 60% of our bloods are simply discarded because they are expired. In PL Bioscience, we wanted to address this problem. Actually, we cannot make the expiry date longer, but we have to find another way of using this kind of expired blood. So we are focusing on one specific component of the blood, which is a platelet. So platelet, as you may know, it's our first aid kit given by the evolution. So when you have some scar on your skin, the first thing comes up is blood, and it is making clog. So it covers the wound so that it can be protected from the external area. And at the same time, it is releasing a lot of growth factors and nutrients so that the cell under the clot is rejuvenating and growing very much. We wanted to focus on this characteristic of the blood clot, the human platelet. Nowadays, due to two important technological breakthrough, one is the gene editing, the other one is stem cell technology, the cancer treatment is changing a lot. So far, we've been all the time going into the tumor and surgically removing it or using the radioactivity to kill it. But right now, there's a new therapy called cell therapy. So basically, it's getting your cell, immune cell, out of your body, and we train the cell, reprogram the cell, and then we put it back to the patient body so that the patient can produce the antibody fighting against the tumor. This is the future of the cancer treatment. And in the course of this cancer treatment, treatment, there's this cell expansion process. It is literally making the cells grow more. And we found that the human platelet is super nice material for growing the cells. So right now, until 50 years, so right now in the labs, they are using something called FBS, which is the blood of a fetal calf So even catfish, even before it is born, we kill it and we get the blood out of it. So our current method is very cruel and unethical. But using human platelet, we can also eliminate this kind of problem. So there are a lot of advantages for human platelet like it, and we already made the product as commercially available 3 years ago, and we are already providing it to the research labs and the medical centers, and we found that our product is almost like 8 times more effective than the previous traditional products made out of the fetal bovine serum. So yeah, that was it. Actually, the slide was a little bit different from my originally intended one, so I'm sorry for that. But we are 20 people working company based in Aachen, very small city in Germany. Yeah, we are a spin-off from the university in Aachen. And we are very dedicated to the science and technology, and everybody is very much keen to make the world change by using these science technologies. So if you want to be in the same journey with us, please come contact me after this speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dongso. Thank you. Disrupting the blood industry. Like I said, all our startups are disrupting something. But let's now welcome on the stage Mike from Comda. Last but not least, but with a great solution that is going to disrupt this event today.
Thank you very much. Yeah, my name is Mike. I'm co-founder of Fonda. Here's writing Ulf. Ulf is sitting in the audience and do the pictures. I have a dream. And the dream is that 8 billion people can communicate in the future together. And that's business English is the language of the past, because we have a big language barrier. Language barrier can sometimes be very funny. Okay, the audio is missing. But sometimes it's also very, very complicated. I jump over because the sound is not there. And why is it so complicated with the language barrier? Because more than 95% of the people worldwide speak not very well English. And this has the big impact to companies, because the companies lose worldwide 700 billion euros of their money. Conda will bring the multi-language communication to a complete new level. Because if you catch up the people in their mother language, the rate is 72% higher. The companies are 60% more effective and productive. And at the same time, they save up to 90% of their costs on events and in online meetings. How will we do this? On the one side, we combine human interpreters, which are the experts in very complex technical terms, and connect them with people in companies which has this need. And we do it ad hoc, easy like Uber, just with one click. And on the other side, we combine it with a company-specific AI, which is trained by human interpreters, and we develop different solutions for the company AI-based. We have 40 companies. We are 2 years on the market, and the companies use it for different applications. They use it for events, they use it for sales and marketing, for online education, HR, and international trainings. We stay in a very growing market with our different applications, and we expect on this market 165 billion revenue in 2027 in the application of online meetings, online education, interpretation, video transcribing, video dubbing in different languages. We have started with our interpretation app for human interpreters, and we also have different revenue streams on our AI services. We are a small team, but we are a very strong team because we have experience with more than 25 years of business development and software development. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. Wow, thank you so much. I need only this one. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, this is it apparently. But let me just thank you everybody for coming here, for joining us. If you want to hear more from our startups, if you want to hear more about the Start2 group, please, we're here, the booth right behind you. Feel free to talk to us. We're more than happy to fill you out more about what we do and what we can offer to you. We're here for you. We're the start of your startup journey, and be there with us. Thank you so much, and see you soon. Bye.